Yesterday we talked about whether or not I thought that Dee Dee Blanchard was a narcissist like her daughter Gypsy Rose. If you missed that video, you can go to my narcissistic mother and daughter playlist. I did want to briefly discuss that it is rumored that Gypsy and her stepmother Christy applied for Gypsy to get a Habitat for Humanity home twice. I don't know if this is true. This is all alleged information, but I did want to talk about this because apparently she was denied both times. And there is somebody that works at Habitat for Humanity that is vouching for this information, saying that this is true and accurate information. If this is the case, I am honestly shocked that Gypsy would even think that she would be approved for a Habitat for Humanity home. Not only because her mother and her were approved for one and she unalived her mother in that Habitat for Humanity home, but because her income is public information. She's not exactly the poster child for, needing charity. Most of the time, these homes are given to people who are less fortunate, have come into some financial problems, and she does not fit the bill at all. Like, it was rumored at her release that she was worth $3 million. I do not know if that is true. However, there are photo shots that Katie Joy has showing what Gypsy has made from several different, income streams. And that revenue that she has earned does not scream, I am in need of assistance. That's also another reason why I'm so curious why there are people out here in this America, in this world, that would even consider giving money to this woman, knowing that she has made hundreds of thousands of dollars off of her being infamous for unaliving her own mother. For me, it's just like, why? Because I personally would never give a dime to that woman. Not a penny. And I mentioned this before whenever Morbid was on a live watching Gypsy and Ken and was sending them roses. Like, I don't think that that's funny. Everyone was saying, oh, he's doing it as a joke, but regardless if it's a joke or not, you're still sending her money, which is like, why would you do that? If you're so anti-Gypsy, why would you give her any money at all? Okay, that's my little rant about that situation because it's not really relevant to what I'm talking about. I was just like in a thought and that came to my attention and was like, okay, let me just go ahead and bring that up again. So
she was a millionaire was false. So what did Gypsy do? She sent me a series of text messages to tell me how much money she had made. And while she thinks this isn't a lot of money, to the average person, what she's pulled in since she got out of prison is pretty shocking, considering she just spent 8 years in prison for unaliving her mother. She told me in a text message, the thing I can do is I can tell you how much money I've made. My documentary, The Prison Confessions, was $150,000. $20,000 I gave back to my parents to pay them back for helping support me in prison. So apparently Christy and Rod were helping her by sending her an allowance parents why taxes. That's actually irrelevant. Doesn't matter if it went to taxes. That was still what you made. The new one, which was the series we just saw, that was another $150,000, which a lot of that goes to taxes. And then I have a divorce that Ryan might get half of. Now my book has $110,000, which is split between 5 people, including my publisher. So she was telling me that my TikTok was not monetized until late February. Well, after all of my videos that went viral had been posted, so I was not able to collect on any of those videos. She said, I've made $4,000 on TikTok from current videos. And other than that, I've never got paid for anything else.
So again, in all of that, if you calculated it all up, it's over $350,000. Not to mention that she just signed another contract for Love After Lockup this season that they're filming right now, which she probably got another payday of $150,000 to $200,000. Not to mention what Ken is also getting paid, because since they're not married, he's getting paid separately from what she's getting paid. I don't know what the contract was between Lifetime and Gypsy and Ryan whenever they were married, but while they were married, I'm sure that money was contracted to both of them for filming. But again, all of this information being public knowledge, I am honestly shocked that she would even think that she would be considered needy enough for a Habitat for Humanity home. Again, this is all alleged. I don't know if this is actual true information, but I am speaking to the audacity that she would even consider applying and taking a house from a family who actually needs it. Gypsy is very well able to purchase a house on her own. And it's my understanding that it doesn't matter if you have a felony on your record, you can still purchase a house. Like, I know that whenever you have a felony on your record, it's a little harder for you to get into an apartment, but those rules do not apply to home ownership. And if she's making the amount of money that she claimed to Christy way back in the day, then she's very well in a financial spot to purchase her own home. She does not need to be gifted a house. So the rumor was that the first application that she put in was, I think it was, somebody said that she was putting in an application saying that she was a single mother and needed assistance. And the second application, I think, was put in by Christy, is, what the rumor mill is saying. And normally I don't run with rumors, but I really wanted to hear what other people were thinking. Like, if she actually did this, like, where is her brain at? Did she actually think that she was going to get approved for a Habitat for Humanity house while the public knows that she's making over, $500,000 just since she was released from prison? Like, there are so many other families that are more deserving of a Habitat for Humanity home than she is. But it also speaks to this behavior, this pattern of behavior of hers. So I'm going to have to talk about this in another video, but I have mentioned it before. There are Facebook messages where it looks like Gypsy is pretending to be her mother. And if you look at the spelling on a lot of these messages, when I think Gypsy is speaking, the words are in all capital, and you can tell there are a lot of spelling errors. And whenever Dee Dee is talking, you can see that things are spelled in lowercase, there's less spelling errors. I think that Gypsy was pretending to be her mother, like using her identity to con people. I think that at the end, Dee Dee had gotten so sick that she was incapable of really, keeping up with the fraud. So Gypsy basically stole her identity in order to continue the fraud. So I believe, in my own personal opinion, I believe Gypsy was the one who was reaching out to these organizations to seek assistance and getting free things. I do not think that there towards the end, it was actually Dee Dee. I believe that Gypsy was pretending to be her mother, and she was the one who was applying for all of these charities. I will have to go back and find these Facebook messages so that I can show you the difference in the typing and all of the spelling errors. Make sure that you're following me and comment, like, and share this post. And we'll be back with another.